Hey guys, it's Annabelle. So we are officially in our halfway mark weekend for packing to move. I'm so excited. We had or have a total of 8 weekends to move, and this weekend is weekend number 4 of our 8. So at the conclusion of this weekend, we will be halfway to our moving date. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited. But I did want to do a video update for you guys and let you know what we've been doing the last 4 weeks, kind of where we're at and what our plan is for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so on the weekend number 1, we week number 1, we were getting boxes and everything collected together so that way we could start packing. So weekend number 1, we did the initial packing of everything. We kind of went through and we're just like, okay, the things that we are definitely not using, so things like that are just for decoration or things that just kind of sit there and aren't used every day or all the time, those things got packed first. Weekend number 2, we did our bedrooms. So the only thing that is left unpacked on our second floor is the clothes that we are going to wear for the next month. So we have all of our winter stuff is packed. All of our fall stuff even is packed, and it's just the stuff that we are we know for sure that we are going to wear and or use until we move. So it's just the clothes we wear most often. For me, it was okay, well, in the summertime I usually just wear a tank top and shorts. So a lot of mine was just a tank top and shorts. I did leave a pair of capris and a few nicer shirts for when we go out or do something, or if an event comes up or things like that. I left a few of those outfits out, and then just what undergarments that I'm going to use and wear, and that's what my husband did, and that's what we did for the kids as well. In the new house, they are each going to have their own closets, so all their stuff is going to go in their separate closets, and we're just kind of planning everything out as to where it goes. So all the boxes for our room, we labeled it master bedroom, so that way we know where those boxes are going. And the things for the kids' room, we wrote the kids' names on it, where it goes. Stuffed animals and toys are all going to go in a designated toy room. One of the bedrooms, there's 4 bedrooms in this house, so one of the bedrooms is going to be a designated toy room for right now, and then once my daughter gets a little bit older, then that is going to be her room. And for right now, the way that we have it planned out is my daughter's going to get her own room since she's the oldest, and that my son will have his own room until baby Panda is at least around 6 months old, when he or she will join my son in that room. So they will be still sharing a room, but again, they're still young yet, they can share a room and all of that. But otherwise, all 3 kids will have their own room within the next 2 years. We are going to have them double up for a little bit. But so we kind of did all that. We did our weekend number 3, we did our office and what we could of our main level, and got everything just put in boxes, only leaving out stuff that we know for sure we're going to use. So the bath products that we're using in the bathroom, the towels that we're going to use. We do laundry about every other day. So I left out 3 towels for my husband, and 3 towels for me, and 2 towels for the kids, because the kids take a bath about every other day right now. We haven't had a real hot summer, so they haven't, and we've had a lot of rainy days and things like that, so we haven't like been like sweating and just gross like every day. But we have like done all the main floor and all of that kind of stuff. The kitchen I have not touched yet. That is going to be a future plan. But otherwise, everything on the main floor has been packed up what we can, like what we are for surely not using. So what we did this weekend, or plans for this current weekend, is our lowest level, our basement, and that is packing up the rest of our storage room and packing up our family room down there, our bar, our bathroom, the laundry room, all of that kind of stuff is being packed this weekend. And all I can say about packing is that it is definitely tricky. And it's tricky for a couple reasons. First of all, we do have a lot of decor items. And I didn't realize how much like dust collectors we have. And one of my friends like said this a few months ago, and I was like, that is like the perfect description for them. We have a lot of stuff that we don't use that's just for decoration, and it's pretty much a dust collector. And we have a ton of dust collectors. I like old rustic things. I like old glass bottles. I like the like vintage colored glass and things like that. I love that stuff. I love like old wood and just like the rustic kind of things. I also like black and white, and I also like the wrought iron look. I love that. Now, I didn't realize this because it was kind of just spread out all over our house, but when we went to like pack everything up, we have a lot of this stuff. So when I thought I had like quite a big stack of stuff for a garage sale for next year. I want to do a garage sale early next spring at the new house. So I'm going to have quite a larger stack of stuff to try to sell, because we have so many things that are just dust collectors around our house. And my new thing that I want to do and want to start when we move is to not be like a clutter bug and get rid of things that we don't need, and like get rid of all the dust collectors. Like if it doesn't mean anything, or if it's not for a specific like decor, like I like just simple decor, I'm going to try to stick with that instead of trying to have like so much of like one thing. But so that's kind of a tricky part, because I'm like, okay, well, we'll pack it, we'll see if there's space for it in the new house, and if there's not, then I'm just going to get rid of it. So we have a lot of glass items, and I was being very careful as to how I was packing all of this stuff, and I finally just kind of got a little bit irritated with how much glass stuff I had, because on most of the boxes I was writing careful on glass and things like that, so people who are helping us move or us know that we need to be careful with that box. And I finally kind of just started putting stuff in boxes, and I was like, well, you know what? If it breaks, it breaks. So that's kind of where I'm at with the whole packing thing, and we're halfway done. Another tricky thing about packing is not packing things that we need to still use, and I have done that 4 times already. I'm like, oh, we're not going to need this in the next 30 days, so I pack it all up and tape it shut, and then within a couple days I'm like, oh, I have that, and it's already packed in a box. And so I've had to go ripping into boxes already because I've packed things that we do in fact still need. So that's been tricky for us this first 4 weeks of moving, or packing, sorry. But I'm trying to kind of just get everything in a good place. So where we're at right now is in every single room of our house, we have a stack of boxes. And they're everywhere, and they take up a lot of room, and we're finding, both me and my husband keep running into them, and just we didn't realize that how many boxes we actually needed. Like, yes, half of our stuff is in storage, but the other half, like, we have an entire like garage full of our stuff. Well, we have yet another garage plus because we have like all of the big stuff left, like all of our furniture, all of our dressers, our hutches, our buffet, our like everything, our beds, the kids' crib, changing tables, like office chair, like beds, sectional, all that stuff that we still have to move out, and all of that stuff takes up a lot of space. So what we're going to be doing for the next 4 weeks of our like packing, it's going to be about three more weekends of actual packing, and then that last weekend is going to be hauling everything out, so that way we can get moved that final weekend that we are here. So we are just trying to get everything out of drawers and get everything out of cabinets, get everything out from underneath beds. All of our beds have under the bed storage, like containers. So we've been taking all of that stuff out, stacking it up. Like my kids are on one half of their room, and the other half is just boxed and bagged items that are ready to go. In our room, everything is out of drawers and in boxes, so we're kind of like living out of boxes. And our main floor is just, it's still, we haven't put anything where like the kids play and all of that. We haven't taken this down yet. That'll be one of the last things on the final day that we are here to go. The kids play with that stuff all the time, and these are just like their like little baby toys. The other room has like their like big kid toys or play sets or whatever you want to call them in there. So we are leaving that stuff. We're leaving like our couches and stuff until that final weekend and all of that. So some stuff has to stay where it is so we can like still function here, but we are trying to pack up as much stuff as possible. Yes, it is a lot of work. A lot of work. Being pregnant and trying to pack is a little bit more difficult because I can't lift things. And if my husband's working on something, I kind of have to wait for him to get done with what he's doing. We've been doing a like divide and conquer kind of thing, and then on some stuff that we need like each other's help, then we usually do that kind of stuff like on Sundays, but like on Saturday we like divide and conquer, like one of us takes the kids, one of us goes packs, like we're doing right now. But it's a lot of work. It is so much work, but it is going to be worth it in the end. I have gotten very emotional while I've been packing up stuff. And so I know it's going to be hard because we have so many memories like built with us with this house. It's crazy. Like we've been here for almost 10 years, and there's a lot of stuff that has happened with us like in the last 10 years. Like it's crazy. But we have a whole future, more space. It's going to be better for our family to move, and I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about like how all of this is going. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I was going to do another update as soon as we kind of like get everything situated. Another thing that I absolutely hate right now that drives me nuts is my house is a complete and utter disaster. Even though we are packing everything up and everything's nicely in boxes, my house is a disaster. And I like everything to have a home, and I like that stuff. I don't like living out of boxes. It's uncomfortable for me. But my house is a mess, and it drives me nuts. And we've had people like, oh, we're going to come over. And I'm just like, oh, well, as long as you don't care what my house looks like, because it's ridiculously like a disaster. And even the kids are like bobbing and weaving in between like boxes and stuff. And so it's been a whole big, huge adventure. And I know it's hard on my kids because it's not happening tomorrow. We still have a ways to go yet before we're going to be moved. So I know it's hard, just like I knew this whole like pregnancy with baby number 3. I waited to tell my kids because it's so long for them. It's so far away for them. And for them to get excited about things and stay excited about them is kind of a challenge. But they've been doing such a good job with it, even when their stuff has to get boxed up or bagged up, and then they help close the box and we put the tape over the top. But it's going to be exciting when we move, when they have their stuff in their own rooms. And we've talked about it a little bit. My daughter's already asked, are you going to sleep with me in my new room for the first night? And I'm like, well, yeah, sure, if you need us to. But it's just been fun. It's been fun. It has been really stressful, but it has been fun too. We're doing it as a family, and it's well overdue. We've been waiting since April for this. So it's very exciting that it's happening, and in the next month, it's like going to be like done and over with. So anyways, again, I know this got rambly, I'm so very sorry. But if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will have another update for you guys probably in the next few weeks. All right, bye guys.